The China Report for Saturday, April 27, 2013. China slams Philippines over disputed islands. China on Friday hit out at the Philippines' attempt to seek an international verdict on a territorial dispute over islands in the South China Sea, repeating that it would never give up its claims. Manila is seeking a United Nations ruling on the validity of Chinese claims to the resource-rich sea, with a possible unfavorable verdict for China seen as a test of its willingness to yield over territorial disputes. China's foreign ministry said in a statement posted on its website that the Philippines was attempting to cover in a cloak of legality its illegal occupation of China's islands and reefs. It called on the Philippines to withdraw all personnel and facilities from the islands that it said Manila was occupying. The position outlined by China will not change, it added. The statement came a day after leaders of the 10-member Association of Southeast Asian Nations called for urgent talks with China to seek a resolution to the increasingly tense territorial disputes. The tit-for-tat disputes over islands and water rights continue in Asia. China monitors air pollution with eyes in sky. Scientists will be able to better monitor haze and air pollution that chokes cities like Beijing after the launch of a high-resolution Earth observation satellite. China is stepping up its use of remote sensing technology and will analyze data from satellites sent into orbit to get more comprehensive and accurate information about its air pollution, according to scientists attending the ongoing 35th International Symposium on Remote Sensing of Environment in Beijing. The satellites have been sent by China, the United States and Europe. Currently, ground observation of the haze is the most accurate method. However, it depends on observation points. If 2 points are too far away from each other, the pollutant particles may change a lot between the 2 points and cannot be observed. It appears that China is looking for a way to mask air pollution numbers by averaging a mean score rather than measuring the real situation on the ground. Baby food shortage in Europe due to China demand. Parents thousands of miles away in China have been using the internet or tapping friends and relatives in Europe to buy up stocks of high-quality European-produced formula, often paying much higher prices than they would here. Chinese demand for foreign brands soared after a drought in Australia and New Zealand cut supplies from China's major sources of imported baby formula. Chinese parents who have enough money have largely shunned local brands since a contaminated milk scandal in 2008 left 6 babies dead and another 300,000 sick. With Chinese consumers turning to sources abroad, major retail outlets in Germany, Britain, the Netherlands and Hong Kong have limited sales of several leading brands of baby formula. In Europe, parents have been stockpiling the milk powder at home, further intensifying the shortage. This is one of the realizations of globalism in a worldwide economy. Sometimes shortages for products come from the most unlikely of places. China jails over 1,400 inches crackdown on lending scams. Chinese authorities have sentenced more than 1,400 people to prison terms of at least 5 years for involvement in underground lending in a crackdown on a practice widely used by China's entrepreneurs, a police official said Friday. The 1,449 people in prison were among a total of 4,170 people convicted since 2011 of violating rules on loans outside the state-run banking system, said Du Jinfu, a public security ministry official in charge of a task force on underground lending. He said the rest received lesser penalties. Entrepreneurs who generate China's new jobs and wealth are largely shut out of lending by government banks and rely heavily on informal lending by individuals. Loans are arranged by middlemen who are paid a fee and borrowers pay interest of 70% a year or more. People netted in the crackdown were convicted of violations including public advertising to find lenders and promising excessively high rates of return. The underground credit market is estimated by China's central bank and private sector analysts at 2 trillion to 4 trillion yuan, $325 billion to $650 billion, as much as 7% of total lending. That's the China Report for today. Zaijian.